Today on The Kyleigh Show, I get to interview Hannibal Barca and ask him about his experiences in the Punic Wars. Hannibal Barca. Hi, Hannibal.
Hello.
My first question for you is, who influenced you to hate Rome?
My father influenced me to hate Rome. They had defeated him. Because of this, he wanted revenge.
My second question is, when did you decide to attack Rome?
I decided to attack Rome in 218 BCE. I wanted to try and get the revenge that my father had always wanted. I was furious that they had defeated him.
How did it feel to be defeated by Rome?
Being defeated by Rome was a huge embarrassment. It was especially embarrassing for my family. I was infuriated that I had let them all down.
Why did your father hate Rome?
My father did not like Rome because they felt that their land was too close to his. Rome also had found a way to turn his naval battle into a land battle. This made him very furious.
Tell me, Hannibal, what would you have done if you defeated Rome?
If I defeated Rome, I would expand Carthage. I would also kill all Romans who opposed me. This would be revenge for my father.
Why did you choose elephants to cross the Alps?
I chose elephants because they are very intimidating. If Rome saw me marching with elephants, they would feel very threatened. My goal was to scare Rome into possibly retreating.
Did it make you mad that you couldn't capture Rome?
Yes, this made me very mad. It made me especially mad that I could not take back the land that Rome had taken from my father.
Hannibal, what was the purpose of wandering the Roman countryside for 10 years?
I was not able to get into Rome. I roamed the countryside for 10 years. This scared the Romans. They ended up burning their crops in fear that I would take them.
Nice pun. How did it feel to be tricked by Rome?
Being tricked by Rome made me feel very foolish. They had tricked me into going to Carthage when I didn't have to. I feel ashamed that I fell for something like this.
Were you mad about what they did to your father?
Was I mad? Of course I was mad. They had defeated him, and for this I will forever fight and defend for him.
Yeah. What did you think about being general of Carthage?
I felt very powerful. I felt as if I could do anything. That one thing that I wanted to do was defeat Rome once and for all.
How did it feel to have to pay reparations to Rome?
Having to pay reparations for Rome was very frustrating. Paying for something that they had caused had reminded me that I had failed.
How did it feel to have to give up Spain?
Giving up Spain was the hardest part of all of this. Land was the whole reason we were fighting, and that's what my father cared about most. Losing Spain made me feel like I failed my father.
How did it feel when your city was destroyed?
When my city was destroyed, I knew I had failed. I had felt hopeless. I knew we could probably try and rebuild, but that wouldn't work.
Did you believe that you could rebuild Carthage?
No, I did not believe that Carthage could be rebuilt. I wanted to believe, but I just couldn't. After all the destruction Rome had done, it just couldn't be done.
How upset were you when you realized that Carthage could not be restored?
I was very upset. I had realized that I let everyone down, and also my city was gone forever.
What were your thoughts as you watched your city burn?
I was devastated. I was in complete shock. My city meant everything to me, and watching it being burnt right before my eyes was the worst feeling ever.
It must have been really upsetting.
It was.
How did it feel when you lost your second war, even though your army kept winning and winning over and over again?
This annoyed me. We've been battling for so long and had been so successful. This was very nerve-wracking.
Why did you give up your second war?
I gave up because I knew the Romans would win. I didn't want to see any more of my men get killed. The sacrifice just wasn't worth it.
Hannibal, this is my last question. What are your final thoughts on everything that happened?
I regret a lot of my actions. In the end, everything we lost wasn't worth it. I am very upset with how these wars turned out.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Mr. Barca. Thank you for answering my questions, and I wish you luck in the future.
Thank you, Kyleigh.
Thank you for watching. This has been The Kyleigh Show.